I hate doing this with other people here. It's so uncomfortable. Hey guys, it's Hannah, and today I am here with one of my very best friends. This is Becky. Say hello.
Hello.
Today we're going to be doing a challenge video. I don't know what it's called.
Great.
Oh, the judge a book by its cover challenge.
Solid. We're doing great.
So essentially the way that this challenge works is that I'm going to be getting some books off of my shelves and I'm going to be showing them to Becky, and she has to judge what this book is about based on the cover of the book and the title alone.
I don't read.
Yeah, so Becky doesn't read, like, at all.
No.
She reads the books that I force her to read.
True.
How many Harry Potter books have you read?
2.
Okay, yeah, she's read 2 Harry Potter books. That's only because all of our friends have made her read them because we don't stop talking about it.
I mean, I want to read them. It's a commitment.
So this is going to be really interesting. We'll see how many of these Becky gets right. A lot of them are pretty popular YA books that a lot of people have read. So let's get started. Let's see how well you do.
I don't want to do it. Remember last time?
Oh yeah, I feel like we should say this first. Becky and I already filmed this video literally in January, but the file got corrupted and so the audio wasn't working, so I never uploaded it, and it was kind of a train wreck.
Yeah. It took 20 minutes for us to make an intro.
That's true. So we're doing this again, and hopefully this time it goes a lot smoother. So the first book that Becky is going to be judging by its cover is A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. What is the synopsis?
Okay, this is an easy one to start with.
Okay.
Very clearly, from the beginning, I can tell just by looking at this, that this is a grown-up version, hold on, stick with me, of those scary stories to tell in the dark books that are for children. They're definitely way too scary for children.
The ones we always read?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because Hannah and I have known each other for way too long. They're really scary, and then they have this really creepy illustrations that kind of haunt you in the middle of the night, even when it's 10 years later and you're trying to sleep and you're what was that in the corner of my room?
I still think about that.
Yeah,
honestly.
so I can tell from this that clearly this is what that is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, actually, what this book is about, it's about this little boy named Connor who sees this giant monster coming to his window. And he thinks they're nightmares, but he also thinks they might be real, and he's not 100% sure, and it's all really weird. And it's really a story about his life and his mother, who has cancer, and their family dealing with that, and and the monster plays a role in that as well. So, I mean, you weren't you were wrong.
When you were this little boy sees these monsters outside his window, I was oh, I was right.
Yeah, I mean, kind of.
Spot on.
Kind of. It has illustrations in it, and it looks like those. It legitimately looks like those.
It also kind of looks like Groot from...
It does, yeah.
Yeah,
he does look like Groot. He definitely does. But yeah, so you weren't too wrong.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't even know if we're keeping points, but if we are, I'd give you half a point.
Oh, thank you. Half a point. That's how I pass most of my classes. Honestly, these pain me I'm sweating.
So the next book is The Kiss of Deception by Mary E. Pearson.
The Kiss of Deception. Okay, there's a woman standing in some kind of field, and she's wearing a flower crown, so obviously she has a tumbler. I'm just putting that out there.
Of course.
I think this is a man with really long hair. He kind of looks like the Winter Soldier, where he is a mess. Her name is Perry.
Okay.
She runs a hipster blog on Tumblr, and she has a forbidden romance with that guy who has an emo blog and definitely listens to My Chemical Romance.
Did they meet on Tumblr?
Ooh, no.
Oh, okay.
No, they did, but they don't know. They go to the same school.
Oh, okay.
But they don't know that the other person's they've seen each other's Tumblr, so they don't realize it's the person that they know. Yeah, they met on Tumblr, but they don't know it's them because they really know each other in real life, and so they have this weird online romance. And then they find out this is the worst.
I read it.
They find out they know each other in real life and they're enemies or something, so it's whoa, crazy, deception, what?
Where does the kiss come in?
They send each other the kissy face emoji.
Oh, okay.
And then she feels deceived because she's I know you in real life, but I don't like you, you're ugly. He's how could you? And then he'll go cry in his room and listen to NCR.
That was perfect.
I knew it.
What this book is actually about is this girl named Leah, who is the princess.
Leah Perry.
She's the princess of this kingdom, and she is going. It's a fantasy series, and she's going to be married off to this prince whom she's never met before. She doesn't want to marry him, so she runs away, and the story is told from 3 different characters' perspectives. It's told from her perspective when she runs away, and it's told from the prince who actually ends up going after her. And there is also an assassin who goes after her. But she doesn't know that either of them are going after her, and she also doesn't know what either of them look like, so they all end up meeting, but you have to like find out which one's the prince and which one is the assassin, and both of them are trying to like get with her.
Oh, that's cool.
So,
that's way
yeah.
cooler than what I said. Wait, why is an assassin going after her?
Because she ran away from like the kingdom and she was supposed to get married, and so she broke the law, so like an assassin's coming after her because
if you don't get married, you gotta die.
I liked your story.
Oh, thank you.
So next we're gonna go with one of my favorite series of like all time, and that is the Saga Volumes, these comics by Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples.
Before we start, I want to say I don't want to do this one. Because I know you love them, and you've like definitely told me about them, and I just know nothing.
I told you to read them many times. I told you they're like what I would compare like as like the adult version of Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh man, okay. Well, if it's the adult version of Avatar: The Last Airbender, I'm gonna say there's 4 nations. And clearly one has horns and one has wings. Like they're from 2 separate nations. I'm assuming they're together and that's their infant. And I don't know why I'm like going for the forbidden romance again. It seems like I'm like really into Romeo and Juliet's storylines. I'm really not, but that's like what I'm getting from these covers.
I feel like you actually don't really like romance that much.
I don't. I think they're not supposed to be together. That's why like they're like with their baby, but like she's a gun, so clearly something's wrong. They're probably outlaws, like they did something. They're running from someone. Like clearly something is wrong here. If they're holding an infant and he's holding a sword, oh, they have wedding rings. They are together. They're definitely together. And that is their child. And it also has horns. I hope it also has wings, but I don't know because it's in a swaddle. And yeah, that's all you're gonna get.
You're literally, like, spot on. There aren't 4 nations, but, okay, basically it's a sci-fi, like, series that takes place in, like, these different planets, and the 2 of them are from different planets that are at war with each other, but they fall in love with each other and get married. And this doesn't spoil it, this all, like, happens at before you even read it. And that is their baby, and they are outlaws because they're not allowed to be married.
Yes, I killed
that.
it.
Yeah, you did. That was actually so accurate.
Damn! I can't believe that. That's so good.
So next I have a very, very popular book that just came out this year, and that is Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. And just like to preface this, Becky knows of the Mortal Instruments series because I've like told her about them a million times, but she has no idea about this continuation of the series. So yeah, now you have to tell me what this is about. You know about Shadowhunters, but like, what happens?
So it is called Lady Midnight.
Great observation.
The cover is of a lady in water. She's falling. She also had a sword, like the guy from the last one. There's like light. You know, if I understood symbolism, this would probably be a lot easier. I'm assuming she's the protagonist because she's on the cover. Or someone's like looking for her, but that's less exciting, and I want her to be the protagonist because she has a sword and she's cool. She goes on like a journey. Like a mission. Not like a mission like someone's like assigned it to her, it's like personal. Which is why she has the sword, because she knows she's gonna have to fight people on this journey. She's also like wearing something probably impractical for it, but I mean, I don't know. If you're gonna be like fighting people, you might as well look good. I'm gonna say that like she's like either avenging someone or saving someone, because that's more exciting. It's not a love interest this time because I'm kind of sick of that. She's saving like a friend. Like someone kidnapped or killed her best friend, and she's just like, you know what? I'm done. We're just gonna get revenge at midnight. Like, that's the time that it's like the turning point. She's like, no. It's a new day, literally. My friend is gone. I'm not gonna stand for this. I'm gonna get a fancy dress and a really cool sword, and I'm just gonna, like, ruin some stuff. And along the way, at one point, she like falls in the ocean and she's like, I'm gonna die, and then she doesn't.
Parts of that were really accurate, and then other parts were like not. So she is the protagonist.
Nice.
This is Emma Carstairs. She's a shadow hunter.
Oh, I should have like considered the other books. I didn't.
Unfortunately, for at least in my opinion, because I didn't like the romance in this book, this is romance heavy. There's lots of romance.
Okay.
I can't really tell you why it's called Lady Midnight because it would spoil things. You're right, she is trying to avenge something. She's trying to avenge her parents' death.
Oh, parents can be friends. It's
Yeah.
like the same.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
And she does like go on her own like mission because she wants to avenge their death and everything. She's trying to find out who killed her parents, trying to make them pay for it. And yeah, that's pretty much what it's about. But like, Sue, you were close. But you didn't mention that she was a shadow hunter.
No,
which is
that
important.
would have made sense.
Yeah. So the last book that I'm going to be showing to Becky that she has to guess what it is about is a book that I just read and am in love with. And it's another series, but you only have to tell me what this first one is about. And that is the Mistborn Trilogy, but the first book, The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson.
Okay. I'm just gonna take a leap. I see the word final, and what do I think? I think Final Fantasy. A video game series. I see Empire, and I think The Empire Strikes Back. So I think Star Wars. And I see Dark Lord, and I think Harry Potter. So I'm gonna go with that this is like a fan fiction that like got published somehow without copyright infringement, and it is a crossover between Final Fantasy, Star Wars, and Harry Potter, in which like the Dark Lord won. So like everything fell apart in the Harry Potter world, and you think all hope is lost until the protagonists of Final Fantasy and Star Wars come and they help save the day. Harry's probably dead if he lost, so it's probably like Neville is the protagonist.
Okay.
And they come help Neville fix Europe, specifically England.
What Mistborn is actually about is exactly that.
Great. I knew it. We're done.
It's this fantasy world where the Lord Ruler, who is like the Dark Lord, is basically like this evil king guy who has been in power for thousands of years now. He's like oppressing the lower classes, which are called like the Ska, and they're basically like enslaved to the upper class people. We follow around like this group of thieves who are trying to like overthrow the Lord Ruler. People who can use magic are called allomancers, and the way that they use their magic is by like consuming metal. So they can use like one metal, and if a person can only use one metal to use their powers, they're called a mistling. But some people very rarely can use all of the metals, and they can use their powers in like multiple ways. So they're called Mistborns. That's basically what it's about, them trying to overthrow the Lord Ruler. And it's really, really good. It's like Lord of the Rings kind of type of thing without like the elves or dwarves.
I mean, I think I was close.
So that is it, guys, for the Judge a Book by Its Cover challenge. I think Becky did a fantastic job. I think that it was like pretty accurate. Half of these were like perfect.
Yeah, all of them, really.
Yeah, leave a comment down below and let us know which one of these synopses was your favorite one. I'm very curious to know which one you guys liked. I think Becky would like to know that too. Which one should like actually be published, because I feel like a lot of them should be. Especially the fanfiction one.
Yeah, I like the Tumblr one.
That was
my
really
best
good.
work.
So thank you so much to Becky for being here on my channel. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you for having me.
Leave a comment down below if you want her to come back and
Don't
want her to film another
actually
video.
don't say that, because I don't want a ton of comments that are like, never have her on this channel again. She ruined my favorite book, and if I did, I'm really sorry.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!
Bye! I didn't even realize you were recording, so I was just like, cheesing.
When you were like published fan fiction, I just thought of like, what was it? Was it Brendan Urie fan fiction?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, no, that book.
I don't think we should discuss that.
No.
It was better than the first time we did it.
That's true.
It's what you should know.
That's true. Because you don't even want to know what she said for The Book Thief. It was so bad.
Nope.
Thank you so much for Becky. For what? So thank you so much for Becky. What? I keep doing that. Thank you for Becky. Thank you. Thank you for her. That's it. I'm done. I hate, like, that you're watching me, like, mess up. You know what I mean? Like,
this whole thing for me was a mess up. Like, people seems to be like, how are they friends?
And I will see you in my next video. Bye. You didn't say bye.
Do I say bye?
Say bye.
Bye.